It's your boy Busy back at it again, and we're here at the cleaning table with this absolutely absolutely damaged Dark Dragonite from Rocket Returns. I figured since Rocket is about to make another return, I might as well go ahead, pull this bad boy out of the binder, and try to see what we can do with this hollowing. Obviously, it does have a very big ripple, a huge crease all the way through. The bottom of the card is feathering. Just absolutely horrible condition here. The back is where I'll be focusing on most of the cleaning. I do have to be very mindful of these corners. If I get near them with the solution, it will make things much worse. So we're going to stick to that Pokeball. We're going to try to clean that Pokeball. And then, of course, we're going to return to the front, and we are going to polish this Dark Dragonite up just to return some luster to our boy. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's go. I will be using the Kurtz little squirt juice here. It's an alcohol water-based product, and we will just be using a very minimal amount, putting just a small amount on a cotton ball. It does not take much, very minimal procedure here. So now that we got the juice on, we're going to be mindful to avoid the top of the card, just trying to focus on that Pokeball. Every single time going in with a clean, dry ball. This is the one with solution. Try just to clean that up. And then we dry it off just like that. After just 1 or 2 passes, we are seeing some really incredible results. We've pretty much eliminated all of the doo-doos and boogers off of the Pokeball. There is one little remnant of speckage, one little tiny turd there sticking on, clinging on. So we're now going to try to eliminate that turd. You just sort of want to be gentle, make little strokes, little movements, and eventually, with a little bit of pressure and a little bit of love, that ball will come clean. You do not want to keep that solution on any longer than it takes to clean the card. It will eventually damage the card. It will destroy the card. All right, let's go ahead and return now to the front of the Dark Dragonite. Look at this edge. We really need to be careful of this edge. That is a heavily feathered, lifted edge. We need to be careful to avoid that edge at all costs. So we are going to come in here. I'm going to do a light cleaning on the card. Just something light. Just something very light. You know, before you polish the hollow, you definitely want to make sure it's clean. Otherwise, you could run into, spreading dirt, spreading grit around on the hollow, and that would not be pretty. All right, I've added a little more solution onto the cotton ball. It's actually too much. So I'm just going to rub some on, swap that out with a clean, dry ball, and just try to ensure that we keep a nice, clean surface here while working. And when you're cleaning, when you're working with the card, you always want to make sure you go inside to outside of the card. You never want to work outside to in. That will damage and destroy these edges. You want to go from inside to outside at all times. That is looking pretty good. Next, we're going to get this Kurtz polish. Now that we've made sure that the hollow is completely clean, Kurtz polish looks like this, and I'll be taking a cotton ball and just making little circles like this, really quickly like that. Once you've done a lot of strokes, you're going to see that there is a nice sheen to the polish. You've heated the polish. You have warm polish on that cotton ball. Now's your time to strike. Now that we got that polish nice and warm, go ahead and with small circles, focusing your attention only on the hollow here. We are going to be very mindful of those creases here, trying to really just avoid them actually at all costs. And obviously when you're working, you are going to get a little polish on the actual image. You are going to get some polish on the on the creature, the Dragonite here in this case. Yeah, as always, I used too much polish. I'm a polish pusher. I'll be using that polish. All right, we're very careful here, though. We're very careful. All right, now we're going to come back now and very quickly wax on again with a completely dry ball. Completely dry, completely clean cotton ball here. Just another wax on procedure. Being mindful to avoid the edges. Being mindful to avoid those edges. All right, with our solution, with our polish still warm, we're just going to make one more pass over our boy here, over our Dragonite. Just small circles over the hollow. We have to be very mindful of the edges and of these creases. Absolutely. All right. Go ahead now. Yep, too much. Just another little wax on. Don't worry, though. We are going to end up taking all this polish off. Don't worry if you feel like you've used too much. All right, we're going to take us a clean cotton ball now and go ahead and do a little wax off. Now that we've ensured that the polish is beautifully on there, we're going to wax off now and just remove any of that polish, any of that excess polish, being mindful of those edges, of course. And also, it is a pretty good idea to use gloves. That'll help you keep your fingernails from, gouging into the cards. Not a bad idea. All right, now we're going to take our microfiber and we're going to just wipe very gently down that card, ensuring we get the edges, ensuring we clean those edges, just in case we got any of that polish anywhere other than the hollow. And again, we're being very, very careful here. Very, very mindful of that edge. Now that we have cleaned all the excess polish off, we will go in here and do one final little buffing on the Dragonite, being very, very mindful of those edges. We do not want to hit those edges at all with this microfiber. It will do major damage. That looks really, really good. The hollow pattern is popping now. It's really come to life. We've cleaned all the gunk off the front. Yeah, I think that'll just be about it on the cleaning. We did get all of that polish off. The dark Dragonite looks really good. The hollow pattern is just busting back to life. We got a lot of luster in there, a lot of beautiful things. We do have a nice little swirl in the moon there. Very, very nice. I hate that we couldn't remove those creases. Those are going to be with the card forever. But we did clean the front and the back of the card. Got pretty much all of that gunk, all that doo-doo, all those stains off. We did have to be very mindful of those edges to avoid any further damage on the Dragonite. But I think we did a good job overall on this Dark Dragonite. Rocket returns. Let me know, guys, would you clean your cards? Let's get a little conversation started down in the comments. What do you think of this Dark Dragonite? That's going to be just about it for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that little bell to be notified for future videos, and stick around on the channel with some of these fine videos here. And I'll see you next time. Peace, peace.